Ladies and gentlemen, it is deep in off-season. We are building the NFL all-freaky team. Okay, this should be really fun. We're starting with quarterback. You guys all know the obvious choice, Zach Wilson. This dude is a total freak. If you're at all plugged in with NFL, you know this dude is diabolical. 2022, when Zach Wilson was still on the Jets, his girlfriend broke up with him, and it came out after he had been sleeping with her mom's best friend. Dude is an absolute freak. But we've known that Zach Wilson is a freak. When he was in high school, he took 2 girls, not one, but 2 girls to prom with him. But not only that, they were both cheerleaders in college, and he was still a senior in high school. This dude is an absolute dog. Does not give a crap about what anyone thinks. He will get down and dirty. He's by far one of the easiest choices for this list. Some people die of thirst while others are drowning like Zach Wilson. Just look at this picture. Ridiculous. We're taking Zach Wilson. We're putting him at our QB spot. Easy right off the gate. Probably one of the freakiest quarterbacks, if not the freakiest quarterback of all time. Gotta love it. For our wide receiver 1, we got none other than AB, Antonio Brown, the man, the myth, the legend. Any crazy antics off the field, this dude is definitely somewhere up there. Everyone knows AB for being the leading contender for the CTE race, but he's also up there for freakiness. You may or may not remember because this dude's got so many ridiculous moments, like even I've lost track. For a couple of years there, Antonio Brown could not stay out of the news. In 2022, he got caught exposing himself in a pool in Dubai. And the picture is ridiculous. Just looking at this, it's like, I can't even believe this is real. This is like not AI. I wish you could zoom in on this lady's face. This is ridiculous. And the funniest part is he didn't even care. He made a freestyle rap addressing the video like a couple of days later, and you could tell he did not give a flying fuck. He's the only guy on this list who's gotten flagged for exposing himself in public in 2 different countries. He's also the dude who brought into his hotel room an OF chick who is famous for licking a public toilet seat. And he snuck her into the hotel room the night before he famously ran off the field mid-game with the Bucks. Antonio Brown's a total freak. He also got suspended from Snapchat for posting a picture of himself naked again. This dude has huge problems with just getting naked in public. It seems like he's chilled out these last couple of years. But yeah, Antonio Brown, total freak. We're placing him as our wide receiver 1. I feel like it would do all freaks around the world a disservice if we did not put him at number 1. So yeah, we're taking Antonio Brown. We're putting him as our wide receiver 1. This guy's in the top of the charts for every negative off-field issue an NFL player could have. For a wide receiver 2, we're going to go to a guy who, yeah, he's known to have some off-the-field issues, but I feel like a lot of it is covered because he's just such a baller on the field. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill has some seriously weird off-the-field issues. A couple of years ago, he was sued by an OF model who claimed he broke her leg during a football lesson in their hotel room. She's not fooling anybody. A football lesson, that is a terrible excuse. Like, her story was that she pushed him or something, and then he pushed her back way harder, and she broke her leg. His story was she got up after their lesson and stepped on his dog and fell and broke her leg. This all came weeks after a messy public divorce. Definitely the fastest man in the NFL, but could not outrun this lawsuit. This guy also has 13 kids, 5 of which came in 2025 alone. In 2025, I think at one point he had more kids than catches. Like, what? That is an insane stat. Bro's got to have some of the worst pullout game in the NFL. Tyreek Hill, we're going to throw him at our wide receiver number 2. So we got Zach Wilson, Antonio Brown, Tyreek Hill right now. Next up, we're going to switch over to our running back. We got Ezekiel Elliott, the man, the myth, the legend. In 2017, Zeke was caught during a St. Patrick's Day parade pulling down a woman's top and exposing her at a bar rooftop. He later claimed in an NFL suspension case that he thought he had consent, which regardless is still a wild thing to do at a public bar. I think him and Antonio Brown would be good friends. There's just a common theme of people getting exposed physically in public spaces. Zeke was always rocking the crop tops and in practice and all that. We're going to throw Zeke at our starting running back. This is looking like a pretty damn good team. I'm not going to lie. All right, tight end. I wasn't too sure where to go. I was at a 2-way tie between Delaney Walker and Greg Olsen. Walker got caught cheating while his girlfriend was pregnant, which is super messed up. But we got Greg Olsen, also known as Third Leg Greg. This dude is a freak. He tries to play it off, he's on Fox Sports. This is a picture of him a couple years ago. But this dude, just look at him. He's a party animal. He tries to hide it. For those of you who don't know, the 2005, I think, Miami team went famous because a group of their players named the 7th Floor Crew created a rap song That was pretty heinous, but like so hilarious. I'm gonna play Greg Olson's part in this.
What's your name? G-Reg. What you do? Get head. How you do? Drop my drawers and let her see my third leg. Chillin' on the 7th floor. I gotta let these chickens know. Big Greg is in the house and I finna make these hoes choke. On my balls, on my dick, then I'm bustin' up quick. On the face, on the chest, stick my dick between the breasts. Come on, fellas, let's get weird. Stick your dick up in the ear. While I'm laughing at these guys, a second nut all in the eyes.
Definitely a freak. He's trying to hide it. We all know. We're throwing Greg Olson at our tight end spot. Next up, we're going to offensive line. I'm only doing one for offensive line because the O-line in general, these dudes are typically kind of boring. You know, they keep themselves. They're not doing too much for the most part. So we got one, and it's Richie Incognito. Richie Incognito kind of takes a different twist at the word freaky. A weird bullying suspension in 2013 where his teammate Jonathan Martin's mom was claiming that he was bullying her son, who's also an NFL player. So that's just kind of weird. And like you're an NFL player getting bullied. In 2018, where he was at a funeral home and he wanted his dad's head decapitated for some reason. The staff at the funeral home didn't want to do it. And he kind of threw a fit in this, and it became a whole ordeal, and he received a 2-game suspension. This is definitely another side of freaky. We're going to put Richie Incognito as our O-lineman freak. For our last wide receiver, we got Chad Ochocinco. Okay, if you know Chad, you know this dude. Crazy antics on the field, off the field. Bro is a ginormous freak. You can find dozens of clips of him on Shannon Sharp's podcast just saying the most diabolical things.
We were in action, and she said in my ear, "Go deeper. Stay with me now." And what hurt me is I was already all the way in. So I had ran out of pee-pee.
What is this clip? But I ran out of pee-pee. Like what are we talking about? This dude went on to get a penis extension so he could be a corn model. The fact that it happened is one thing, but his willingness to share these details on podcasts to the whole world is just like keep that to yourself. I mean, besides the fact that it's hilarious, like it's just absurd to be talking about in public. I love Chad. He's so funny. Every time I see a clip of him pop up on my feed, I can't skip it. It's always something hilarious. Back in 2012, when he was supposed to get married, he cheated on his fiance just weeks before the wedding, which, okay, let's be honest, in the NFL, the athlete world, this is not crazy. Even in just real life in general, like stuff like this happens. It caused a lot of issues in their marriage, shocker, which only lasted 41 days. The whole marriage imploded so fast, and it was like a reality TV show. He ended up going to court and getting arrested for headbutting her. We're going to put Chad as our wide receiver 3. Genuinely, this team is stacked. There might be a correlation between being like a Hall of Fame or fringe Hall of Fame player and a freak. Now, the only exception in this would be Zach Wilson. But yeah, that's my NFL All Freaky team. I'm posting twice a week. Check out my other vids.